couple things. I'm not worried about August 2nd, and I'm not worried about being blamed politically for anything we might do. We met again yesterday with folks from Standard & Poor's, and they told us a couple things. They told us they may downgrade America's credit rating no matter what we do with the debt ceiling. We can go ahead and raise it, and they still may downgrade us. And in fact, they said if we raise the debt ceiling and we don't enact structural spending reform, they will downgrade us. 2 nights ago, 3 nights ago, God, how many nights ago, we passed cut, cap, and balance, 234 of us in the House. The only plan on the table right now. And what's interesting is it meets Standard & Poor's criteria. It raises the debt ceiling, and it enacts structural reform. It right now is the only plan out there that would avoid a downgrade. And yet I'm amazed, call me naive, I'm a freshman, nobody talks about it. The media is not talking about it. I'm not worried about August 2nd. We have to get this right. I will not vote to place another dollar of debt on the backs of my kids or my grandkids unless we structurally change the way this town does business. The cuts are important, but the cuts are meaningless to me, to a degree. I don't believe politicians in either party will balance their books unless they're forced to. The only way we can force them to do it is by amending the Constitution, a balanced budget amendment, something that you and I have to do, something that every state has to do. Washington should have to do it. It's going to take a reform like that, and I think we've got a great opportunity to try to get it. I love this issue because my Republican Party blows it. Dick Armey understood it. Revenue is important. We need revenue. Revenue should be part of the equation. But how do you increase revenue? You cut taxes. You get government out of the way. Why do Republicans cede this argument? Yes, revenue is part of the equation. But call me silly again, call me naive, but if I am designing a package and I want to increase government revenues, I am going to cut taxes and I'm going to cut regulations. And I'm going to grow the economy. Part of the problem is this private economy is suffocating right now under the foot of President Obama and his regulations, his spending, and his taxes. Don't you dare tell me we're going to raise any tax. That's the last thing we should be doing to businessmen and women in this country who had nothing to do with this crisis. Get off their backs and make it easier for them, and we'll increase government revenues. Republicans are always, they're too afraid to talk growth. And part of it I know is we're spending so much time talking about cutting spending, which is important. But we are the pro-growth party as well. We're the party that wants government out of the way of business. That's how you grow revenues.